Introduce yourself.
My name is Leslie.
What type of dealership did you visit?
It was a Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep dealership.
Okay, this morning or last night?
This morning at 9:30.
Beautiful. Okay, start from the top with the greeting.
Well, it wasn't actually a greeting. When I pulled into the parking lot, I parked in the customer parking, and I walked past two different employees. They had shirts with the name of the dealership on there. As I attempted to walk into the dealership, to the front doors, it was an employee sitting at the sitting on the bench outside on his phone.
Right.
And as he went to go talk on his phone, we made eye contact for probably about 3 to 5 seconds.
Right.
He said, "You need any help?" I was like, "Sure." And then he got up, we shook hands. I told him, he asked me what my name was. I told him Leslie. He told me his name was Jacob. And we walked down. He asked me what I was here for, and I was like, "Well, I'm coming in to look at a Chrysler Pacifica." And he was like, "Well, we don't have no Chrysler Pacificas here." And I was like, "Well, what else do you got?" So we walked down the street for a little while, and he showed me other cars. He showed me a Dodge Caravan, and we talked about his other customers. He told me we spoke more about his other customers. And one guy that was supposed to be coming to get a blue Challenger. So we probably spent talking about him for at least 15, 20 minutes.
And what does that really have to do with you?
Nothing at
Okay.
all.
So you went from the greeting, "Hi, can I help you?" to you took control and said, "Pacificas, oh, I don't have any." And then you took control again and said, "Well, what else you have?"
Right.
So you're totally taking control of the situation because you didn't go where after the greeting?
I didn't go into his office.
Yes. And at the office is where we're conducting the proper
Business is an interview.
interview. Exactly. So you can determine what they're here for, what else potentially they could be looking at as backup plans. Okay, because you're taking control of the sales process. And we want to take control of the sales process so we save the customer time and hassle. Because they have more important things to do with the time we're going to save them by conducting a proper interview. We're going to save them hours because we're not putting them out on the lot and walking around like a kid in the candy store, price objections, because we're pros, right?
Right.
Okay, so he didn't do that.
No.
Now, how did it end?
It ended by he basically what you were saying yesterday about giving the business card.
Right.
It's like basically saying, "I'll see you later."
This,
So we was between a Dodge Ram and a Dodge Caravan.
right.
And we was talking about this his previous customer that's supposed to be coming tomorrow.
Right.
And he was like, "Well, just take my card for for future references."
Future
And
references.
I was like, "Okay then." And I looked at his card, and he said, "Call my cell phone, because if you call here in the office, you be going all over the place." So I was like, "Okay." And when I took the card, he was like walking past me, and I was like, "Okay, so I guess it's time to leave."
Right.
And we walked towards my car. So I was like, "How do you do the appraisal?" Because I was going to see if I could trade in my car to get the Pacifica. And he was like, he basically told me, he said, "Is you going to make a deal today?" I said, "No, I'm not thinking about it, not today." He said, "I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time." So shook my hand.
Amazing. Amazing. Here, folks, people don't come in with the intention always of buying that day. You go through the process and something magical happens. Guess what? It's emotional, okay? That's what happens. We're salesmen. We're not clerks. We don't sit around waiting for people to flop all around and come in. Sometimes they don't know when they're ready to buy. Sometimes they're looking for a salesman to take control of the sales process because we don't get what we want until the customer gets what they want, right? So we have to take control of that sales process and not give them the card and send them away. So were you impressed by that salesperson?
I wasn't impressed at all.
What would you have done different?
I would basically greeted him right, you know what I mean, and try to get him into the office so I could see where his pockets is at.
Right,
So before I did anything, I definitely wanted to get to know the person before I even, show him any card.
Right.
That's like the number
He skipped a lot of steps, did he not?
He did.
Who's a customer?
Everybody.
Who's not a customer?
Nobody.
Whose driving situation can be improved?
Everybody.
Can your driving situation be improved?
Of course.
Of course. And that's why you were there.
Right.
Okay, so he gave you the business card as like a receipt.
Right.
Here,
And then walk
have a nice day. Right.
I was basically just still trying to see, because I'm serious. I wanted to see, because I like the Pacifica.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I could.
You might have bought a car that day, even though I told you not to.
Right.
All right, did you meet a manager?
No, I didn't.
No test drive?
No.
No product presentation?
No.
Nothing. So logically, it was time to go.
It was.
Okay. Round of applause.
So,